Google launches the first developer preview of Android 11. With the Days of Desert-themed releases officially behind it, Google today announced the first developer preview of Android 11, which is now available as system images for Google's own Pixel devices, starting with the Pixel 2. As of now, there is no way to install the updates over the air. That's usually something the company makes available at a later stage. These first releases aren't meant for regular users anyway. Instead, they are a way for developers to test their applications and get a head start on making use of the latest features in the operating system. With Android 11, we're keeping our focus on helping users take advantage of the latest innovations, while continuing to keep privacy and security a top priority, writes Google VP of Engineering Dave Burke. We've added multiple new features to help users manage access to sensitive data and files, and we've hardened critical areas of the platform to keep the OS resilient and secure. For developers, Android 11 has a ton of new capabilities for your apps, like enhancements for foldables and 5G, call screening APIs, new media and camera capabilities, machine learning, and more. Unlike some of Google's previous early previews, this first version of Android 11 does actually bring quite a few new features to the table. As Burke noted, there are some obligatory 5G features like a new bandwidth estimate API, for example, as well as a new API that checks whether a connection is unmetered so apps can play higher resolution video, for example. With Android 11, Google is also expanding its Project Mainline lineup of updatable modules from 10 to 22. With this, Google is able to update critical parts of the operating system without having to rely on the device manufacturers to release a full OS update. Users simply install these updates through the Google Play infrastructure. Users will be happy to see that Android 11 will feature native support for waterfall screens that cover a device's edges, using a new API that helps developers manage interactions near those edges. Also new are some features that developers can use to handle conversational experiences, including a dedicated conversations section in the notification shade, as well as a new chat bubbles API and the ability to insert images into replies you want to send from the notifications pane. Unsurprisingly, Google is adding a number of new privacy and security features to Android 11, too. These include one-time permissions for sensitive types of data, as well as updates to how the OS handles data on external storage, which it first previewed last year. As for security, Google is expanding its support for biometrics and adding different levels of granularity, strong, weak and device credential, in addition to the usual hardening of the platform UI. For more on this story, visit the news article link.